Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. There is a lot of stuff going on worldwide, so we're just going to jump right into it. I'm going to share my screen so that I can show you what I want to talk about. Okay, I think I have it going good to where you can see both myself and my screen. All right, so first we're going to talk about these unidentified objects that have been shot down. So I want to ask a few questions of you here. Okay. First of all, like since when do we just shoot things down out of our airspace? That never happens. So this had to have been a pretty big deal. Second, they're not being very transparent about the whole thing. So again, must be a very big deal. Yet Marco Rubio here says that 99% of what was discussed in that room today can be made public without compromising security in this country. He also goes on to elaborate about how we've seen hundreds of these. 500, I think, was the number he used over the recent years, and that we have a particular group that studies these UAPs or UFOs, and yet they're not letting this committee know anything about what they have found. They're going to form their own. And the FBI is handling it all. All of whatever they've recovered is going to Quantico. I think I said that right. Quantico, something like that. It's the FBI place. You know what I'm talking about. Um, but that seems very interesting to me that NORAD and the FBI are doing uh, this new committee to study this rather than allowing the ones who normally would study UFOs to do it. To me, this says that they don't think it is an alien threat, that they think it's probably some other nation. And I have my opinions on that too, because I know that a lot of people would want to point their fingers at China over this because of the Chinese spy balloon. But I have to wonder if it isn't Putin and his boys doing this instead. Um, yeah, and I'm just going to leave that at that. But I really feel like, and Rubio even stressed. I watched the interview he did on the TV news, um, and he really stressed the emphasis on being more transparent about what they think is going on. And he really showed great concern for them forming a new committee versus using the one that we already have. If this is some kind of unknown UFO type craft that we've always seen for years and years and years, then why this sudden rush to create a new committee and not tell anybody else anything? So I think Marco Rubio is sort of suspicious of that as well. A lot of people, I read a lot of comments on the different news channels that he was on doing that interview. And a lot of people, I'm froze looking like a cartoon person. Hello, camera. There we go. Okay. Um, a lot of the people are just assuming that he's pushing for the transparency of UFOs being a real thing, which is great and would be great. But a lot of us that are in the know, we worry about the whole Project Bluebeam thing being a ploy or whatever, a farce. So uh, we're a little leery of that. But I don't think that's what this is, even though a lot of people think that he's pushing for the UFO transparency. I don't think that's what he was saying in that interview at all. I think he was saying that we need to pay attention to this, that they don't want to tell anybody what they know about this. And that's worrisome. That's bothersome for many reasons, particularly because we are in a position now where we don't trust our government as much as we should, as much as we used to. And then also, the particular um, office placeholders, right, that are there right now. Um, so you have to wonder really what's going on. And then we have the train derailments that are happening. And there wasn't just one, and there wasn't just two. There's actually been 6 in the past 2 days. Excuse me. Now, I don't know what the average rate of train derailment is exactly. So I'm no expert on this category for sure. However, I do know that this is something important we should be paying attention to for one of 2 reasons. Um, Number one, which is the thing that I follow the most, is our binary star and its mini solar system coming into inner orbit and affecting ours, affecting our place, right? Our planet. So I pay attention to that, and that has a lot to do with the magnetics and the way that things function, and all of the Earth movement and the magma movement. And I know that there's a lot of hot spots currently of the magma moving just underneath of Earth's crust, traveling out from the hot springs and the dormant volcanoes and such, and moving east. It's all moving east, which tells you that it's being pulled that direction. And my best guess on the pole shift is that north is going east, which actually, if you watch the track of it, it is going east on its little map. Until recently when it stopped for a moment and went back west a little. But it is headed east on the map, and all of the magma under the top crustal area is moving east from west to east. And so we have these hot spots, and these magnetic anomalies are transferring with them, following with them, where you've got some negative magnetics where there's no magnetic pull at all. And then you've got these strong positive spots that are drawing extra juice, right? And they create their own anomalies, paranormal type things go on around those. And they always have. They've always existed on our planet. They're nothing new, but them being on the move is something new and significant for us to pay attention to, particularly because they are crossing very major fault lines. So that's something I have been paying attention to. We've also got airplanes that are dropping in altitude all of a sudden and almost landing in the ocean before they regain control of the plane to pull it back up. And again, that's magnetics in the earth and in the atmosphere that affect how well the planes stay up there. And so, we've got that kind of stuff going on too. And then we have meteors. If everything else wasn't enough, let me bring this down a little bit so I can get to my tab. We have meteors falling out of the sky and asteroids. And I mean, like, this isn't just, 1 or 2 here and there. This is so prominent that a very good friend of mine that lives in another state actually contacted me last night and sent me photographs of meteor rocks that they found in their backyard from the night before last. I'm not kidding you. This is like really amping up. And again, it's something that I pay attention to with tracking our binary star. And I have to be careful what words I use because I get flagged for those kind of things. So let that tell you something too, because they don't want you to know about any of this. They don't want you to pay attention. And you need to be paying attention to all of the things that are going on around the world, not just these asteroids and meteors, but also volcanoes that are erupting and big earthquakes that are happening and bizarre weather patterns and bizarre storms, freak storms, right? Like um, cyclone, what was that called? A cyclone hurricane or something that just happened recently. And we have like, um, give me a minute. We had some kind of weird, oh, thunder snow? Yeah, thunder snow we had recently. What? Like nobody's ever heard of such things, have they? I sure haven't, and I pay attention to the weather a lot. But until the last couple of years, I'd never heard of either one of those. Um, so look, let me just show you. Okay, first, let me remind you. That's why I had it at the top of the page. Let me remind you of the meteor that happened 10 years ago. Wasn't that Russia? Yeah, that's a Russian word. Happened 10 years ago. All right, 10 years ago was 2012 when this happened. 2012 is when I said was the first pass of our binary star and its mini system. That was its first pass. It was further out from us. It didn't affect us. When it comes back around the sun from the south, again, depending on how quickly it gets here to where, where we would be at in the orbit, and coming around matters because its magnetics are going to affect our planet. And the closer we are to its pass and the debris, the tail, the in front of it, there will be debris and behind it will be debris. And that is why we're seeing these meteors and asteroids, in my opinion, is it's the front debris in the field, right? In the system around it, is why we're seeing all of this stuff going on. And I just want to show you, I just wanted to remind you of this one because that was a pretty big deal, right? And also, I don't know how many of you remember, but very vividly on someone's video from being there personally, they clearly show a UFO shooting this meteor and breaking it up just before impact. And it happened like really fast, but you can clearly see it in the video. So check that out if you haven't already seen it. It's pretty cool, pretty freaking cool. So, okay, this one is 2 days ago. An asteroid hits the Earth hours after being spotted. Meteor turns into a beautiful fireball over Europe. Okay, that's Europe. This is happening worldwide. It has also happened in Japan, um, Australia, Saudi Arabia, and several places here in the States. And I'm going to show you the spiral that happened over top of Hawaii too, because that was pretty wild. And again, we saw the Norway spiral, I believe, in 2012. I'm pretty sure that was 2012. And I'm going to look it up here in just a minute. Okay. Where was the other? Here's some more. No, that's the NASA one. Never mind. Hmm. That's from the 21st of June. Well, I thought this was the search that had the other ones on it. Anyway, um, maybe it was here. Okay, this is Sunday. Maybe this is where it was. Taking it a minute to load. Okay, so that's over France. I didn't know about the one in France. That happened 10 p.m. on Sunday. It says it should be visible in Belgium, the Netherlands, northern France, and southern England when it goes over. And don't forget, we just had the green comet that supposedly only comes around every 50,000 years, they tell us. I mean, how do we prove if they're right or wrong? I froze again. I guess because the weather's getting ready to get bad. We're supposed to have more freak storms. It was 76 degrees here today. Unreal. And by tomorrow, we're supposed to get snow. So, I mean, it's insane. Where were them other ones at? Let me see. No, not that one. Okay, this is the Kansas City Star from 2 days ago. And also there was one over Arkansas, either on the 10th or the 12th, and Alton, Australia, someplace called Krasa. Oh, I can't say this word. Krasnoyarsk. I don't know. I can't say it. What is all this crap? Okay, Kansas City Star illuminated the night sky in emerald and orange before crashing in France. Oh, well, why are the... Okay, whatever. So that's the same one for France and England. Here, let me do it this way. Meteor over Saudi Arabia this week. Oh, I did too many K's there. Okay, here it is. Oh, that's August. Never mind. There it is. Oh, I'm froze again. What the hell? Hello, I'm moving. Goodness. Stupid thing. Any day now. All right, well, while that's... Oh, here it comes. So when did this happen? That's a pretty good size one. Oh, here it is. February 11th, 2023. And it was a blue and white color. Okay. And then we've got Arkansas. That was on Monday. Arkansas Democrat Gazette. That's the newspaper I used to get when I lived in Arkansas. Hello. Unfreeze me, crazy camera. Oh my God. Seriously? Come on. Look, it always freezes me in the most flattering pose. I don't know. I'm just froze. Anyway, Monday night, fireball meteor streaks across the Arkansas sky from what's that say? From 9 states. Is that what this says? Wow. Okay. So residents across 9 states. reported sightings of meteor that it thought that is thought to have entered Earth's atmosphere somewhere over Little Rock metropolitan area and disintegrated over the Wichita Mountains. That's right near where I grew up. Hmm. A bolide meteor. Okay, here we go. It was seen across Alabama, Arkansas, Kansas, Louisiana, Missouri, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Tennessee, and Texas. Wow, that's a lot. That is a lot. There were 98 reports. That's pretty cool. Okay, uh, now I want to show you. Let's look at the Norway spiral first. What year? Was that 2009? 2009, we saw the spiral. Okay, and here it is. This is the spiral. Oh, let's see if I can find a good one. Here we go. Let's watch this real quick. Okay, we don't need to hear what they're doing because it's probably just going to be traffic noise. Okay, so notice how this one has the big plume thing around it, right? So it makes it more probable that it could have had something to do with um, new rocketries and stuff. But watch that spiral, how that happens. Isn't that wild? A lot of people think that they opened a portal or a gateway, and I feel like they might be right about that instead of it being a missile. But okay, logically speaking, the shape that it made to begin with looks a lot like what's his face's um, SpaceX stuff. But to me, this looks like either a black hole got opened or a portal or something. But anyway, so there's that. And now let's look at what happened in Hawaii the other day. I'd like to find a video of it too, just so you can see how it happens. Mhm. It's beautiful, whatever it is. It is beautiful, but it might not be good for us. Okay. See, they're claiming that it was a SpaceX launch, but actually it wasn't. Um, if you do the research on that and just put in when SpaceX did their launch, they did it during daylight hours and they did it at Cape Canaveral. So there's no way that this was a SpaceX launch because this is dark. It's clearly dark there. Well, come on, load it up.
At Morgan Stanley, we see the world with the wonder of new eyes.
Well, we don't need to listen to the ad, now do we? That's boring. And I'm froze again. I'm sorry I keep freezing, guys. I'm not doing it on purpose, I promise. It has to be weather related. All right, here we go. Yeah, he's right. It does usually happen when they do their dump a part of it. But watch this because there's no plume shape around it. And this is literally traveling through the sky like a launch would do. But let me show you what a SpaceX launch looks like. Oh, come on. Not the train stuff. See, here we go. That's a good picture right there. Oh, look, I'm froze like a cartoon again. See how that has the tail and stuff behind it and the plume all around it? And I mean that stays with it and doesn't evaporate until well after this spiral that's happening in the center is finished and has dissipated. That all of this will finally dissipate. And there is none of this in that spiral that's over Hawaii. None. Like none at all. A lot of people got a shot of this, seems like. Now, what's this one? That's some kind of green comet streaking through there. That's interesting. Okay. So, oh, there it is. Okay, let's go to, and this was 12 days ago. So at the beginning of February, that would have been February 3rd, that the spiral happened over Hawaii. This one happened January 31st. So see, it's happened more than one time within a few days span, much like the meteors and asteroids, the UFOs or whatever they are being shot down. Um, and look, guys, I firmly believe that this planetary system um, that's inbound has inhabitants on it that our ancient people wrote about and tried to tell us about. Now, to them, they were revered as small g ODS, but I'm not sold on that. I'm not sold on that. Okay. I'm not. Um, I'm just not. Okay. So maybe if I stop sharing my screen, I'll come back to normal here for you. I think I finally got it to stop sharing. Okay. So yeah, I'm not sold on that. Um, I don't trust a lot of that shit. you know, they wanted gold for their atmosphere, and we got a bunch of that went missing in this building called Seven once upon a time, on an interesting date that rhymes with that numbers word. And I'm going to do a video on that next one. So if you don't see it, check my link for my new platform called HowTube, HOWTUBE.com. I am earthsonglovecraft at howtube.com. So go look there or on Rumble for that particular in-depth video that may or may not be able to be on that other platform, because they've actually taken down 4 or 5 videos in the past 8 days, blocked it worldwide, and gave me a nice smack on the hand. So I have to be very careful what I share on certain platforms. Um, so yeah, if you don't find that pretty soon, you'll know why, and hopefully you'll come looking for me on the other uh, spots. Real quick, I wanted to just reiterate from the video that I made earlier today that with all of the new amped up solar activity, because we are in our 11-year solar maximum cycle officially now, and the sun is very active for more than just that reason, because it has company out there, and that's how it behaves when it has neighbors. So because of that, you're going to feel the physical effects of it within your body. You're going to feel fatigue. You're going to feel possibly even heart palpitations, or your heartbeat speeding up. Please be aware of that. Take that seriously. Solar events are definitely connected to heart ailments and failure. So please pay attention to that. It can also create dizziness, severe dizziness at times, because of the change in the magnetics of the sun and the earth, and they're, very dynamic to each other and to us, even if we don't realize it on a daily basis. So you're going to be feeling dizziness and blurry vision, possibly, anxiousness, uh, irritability, even possibly, um, maybe even aches and pains, or did I say fatigue already, where you just feel extra sleepy, maybe even some confusion or feeling disoriented. And this is all because of the magnetics that are changing and moving, literally moving through our planet right now, just below the crust. So pay attention to all of that. This is also going to be a time when people start really wanting to understand better and know more about their self and their connection with God and their soul and things like that. So if you're one of those people, I am more than happy to assist you in helping you to understand. And if you are listening to me right now and you understand this already, please be prepared for people who maybe in the past have looked at you as crazy or conspiracy theorist minded or whatever, to be coming to you and asking for clarity with them. And please be compassionate. You woke up early for a reason, and it was to help the other people. Okay. We don't call this the Great Awakening for nothing. And we all had to kind of do it in waves, if you will, so that someone somewhere would be able to help along the way. Okay. So please be patient with those people, be forgiving, be open in your heart, to let them in, to give them their answers that they're going to need. because they knew all along that you're the person that they're going to come to eventually. And really, for you, it was just a greater lesson in learning self love and self appreciation, self acceptance, and self value and worth, um, so that you can go forth and be who you're meant to be for these people as they begin to wake up. Okay. So forgive all of it. Pay attention to your body. Listen to your body. Drink a lot of water. Get grounded as much as you can. Stay centered. Stay focused. Pay attention to your breath. Walk on the earth barefoot for anybody that can. I highly recommend that. It will help you to calibrate to the earth's magnetic field faster, because as she changes, it's hard for us to keep up with her unless we're connecting. Okay. So earthing is more important right now than it has ever been in all of the days of people knowing about it. Um, and it is vital just on a daily basis to be able to try to connect to the earth barefoot and release the negativity into the ground. It just naturally happens. There's no magic method to it. It's just something that's scientifically proven naturally happens. Okay. For all of you that don't know. Um, so it's not woo woo new age stuff. This is old ways being taught again. That's what this is. Okay. So yeah, that's all I've got for you right now. Thanks for tuning in and listening to me. Please give me a thumbs up. It helps to build the algorithms so that more people see these videos. And, if you haven't already, I would appreciate it if you subscribe. If you are a subscriber, thank you very much. I truly appreciate you. Um, I am blessed and honored to do this work and share this knowledge and wisdom with all of you. And until next time, be well and be blessed in love and light. Peace.